Hi there folks, I'm Colin, and over the next few minutes I'd like to talk to you a little bit about the concept of energy. Now for me, energy is very important. It's my sustenance. I need energy to go out there and create something brand new in my life. Even creating this video requires an energy. And I have an accounting background, so I'm very mindful of my energetic balance sheet, if I can call it that. In other words, I've got energy coming in and I've got energy going out in day-to-day stuff. And I've got to be mindful that I am not losing too much energy, because a deficit, too much energy going out means I have a deficit. And that leads me to feel depressed, down. I begin to have a dis-ease with life, feel anxiety. So I'm very mindful of this balance in life. And most importantly, where is my energy going, and is it constructive or destructive? And how can I maximize on bringing more energy into my life? So let me just share with you some tips on what I look at. And really, this is the tip of the iceberg. There are layers to this, folks, lots of layers. So I'm going to go at the really, the surface stuff. So where does energy go? Well, we can throw our energy away on so many small things. So I'll tell you right now, social media, right now, especially when you start looking at those comments under anything that's being discussed, where people are having a go at each other, either politically, racially, whatever, to get sucked into that is like throwing your energy into a void. It's not doing anything. So it's to simply watch the social media, especially the distractions. It takes us away from the present moment. It's also about becoming very aware of how it affects my thinking. In other words, my thoughts can be a very big energy drainage. And for me, thoughts are feeding these little, well, for me, they feed food or my energy to these limiting beliefs within me, these little beings that live within me and become the puppeteer. They hold the puppet strings. They control my behavior. I'll give you a practical example. These limiting beliefs that use this energy will, for example, control how I feel around other people, that I need to please other people. I feel that I have to say yes to everyone. That's like throwing just energy after energy away. It's that feeling of I can't say no. So our behaviors start to become very much in the sense of pleasing everyone else, not focusing on ourselves, getting sucked into gossip, into the drama triangle. When we become persecutors, especially, for example, in the traffic on the way into the office, if we start hooting and getting angry at the taxi driver or that hooligan driver that came past us or pushed in front, folks, does it really matter? Because what's more important? Maybe you have something else that's more important to address in the day, but to throw it all away over somebody you don't know, something you can't even control. And I even watch the news. I don't get sucked into the news because the news sells bad news. There's other good stuff out there as well. It's about being very discerning in terms of what I get sucked into from the news point of view. A lot of these little things add up, folks, and there's so much more around this. Really, I've just mentioned a few. So just to become more aware of where is it, and the big question to ask is, how do I feel afterwards? And if we go to our feeling, you'll feel energetically drained, especially around negative people, to watch my language, to watch, if I'm around negative people, to not get sucked into their negative language, even with myself, to watch what I'm saying. So those are just some tips on the balance sheet, where things are on the side of the balance sheet where your energy is going out. Now, as we start saying no to that, we reclaim it, and we have this surplus called creative energy, which we can start focusing on a desired end result that you would like, whatever that desired end result is. On the other side of the balance sheet, we want to boost our energy. Now, there's nutritional food, nutrition. I'm not a nutritionist. Go out there and do your own research in that regard. But what I work with is the energy within. And for me, one of the greatest places to find energy is in the present moment. And to become more present, I work with mindfulness or meditation tools, breathing exercises. Even one which I love is to, instead of observe the breathing, is to observe the space between the breathing, just to become more present. What is happening right now? Because our thoughts are either in the future or in the past, which can take our energy away. It's also to work a lot more with gratitude. Gratitude is a wonderful power pack. Really boosts the energy. I work with forgiveness, where my anger can be used as an energetic boost out the whole. It depends if it's constructive or destructive. Destructive energy is when you become very revengeful. You want to get your revenge. And yes, it's also about visualization, to visualize your end results. Folks, there's lots of wonderful things you can do with visualization. So those are just some ideas around how to boost your energy, folks. Be aware of it. And until we chat again, take care and stay aware.